smoke a joke, you know how I go, man. We in them all. Hey, they go. Hey, oh look, can I bring this in? Are we coming in here with this? Got my Cujo glasses on. In the club, we smoking strong. Can't I see nobody but these strippers dancing with no song. And they drink in front of me too strong. Ooh, we who made this shit? Open walk too drunk, my blood too good for me to pat this. I'm feeling like this. Walk in the club, get caught up in the mix. Or the make a stripper wanna come real quick. Please don't touch my glasses, B. Hey, when you see me in my glasses, please don't think that I'll be lacking, B. Won't pass the blunt, I'm watching.
Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.houndhousetreats.com.
You are now tuned into 2111 Radio Show, hosted by our program director, Derrick Scott.
Welcome everybody to the 2111 Radio Show. I'm your host, Derrick Scott, and listen, we international today. Listen, I got my man from Berlin, Germany. He's literally in Berlin, Germany right now. His name is Knightstalker. Listen, I'm sorry that the lingo, I love the accent. I'm trying not to do it, but it's automatic for some reason. I don't understand. But I'm gonna bring him up here right now. What up, brother? How you doing?
What's good, fam? Nice being here. Thanks. Appreciate it. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Yo, listen. Don't enjoying your song with us. I think it's called Recognize. What's the name of that? Recognize.
Yeah, it's Recognize the Respect.
Recognize the Respect. That's it. Exactly. That song has been playing on 2111 Radio for the last, I say, 2 to 3.5 months. And every time I hear it, it brings me back to the essence. Like I explained to you in the back. That you brought before we get into that song. Let everybody know again where you're from and talk to them about you.
Of course. Thanks, fam. I go by the name of Knightstalker. I was born and bred in Berlin City, Germany. That's like the capital of Germany. 4 million people living here. I grew up here in the 80s and 90s. Maybe you all know it or not. Until 1989, Berlin was divided into a Soviet Union part, like the eastern part of the city, and the western part of the city where I'm from was like American, French, and British. And so we grew up very internationally over here. And yeah, in the 90s, this hip hop thing just caught me. And since then it's on. Like I can't live without this. No chance. So and here we are with me like dropping music for let me see, 15 years by now.
Wow, check you out. Let me tell you something. So when I heard the story, she introduced me to Mr. Knightstalker, and I heard the song and I was like, oh shit, like wait a minute, this is hot. Let me hurry up and put this on my in my rotation, because again, You bring it back to the essence. So, who are some of the artists that you've heard, that you actually, start listening and feeling hip hop?
And basically, it's really diverse. It totally started with the East Coast stuff, and where I still would see my main inspiration. But I'm also have been and are still listening to stuff from the South, stuff from the West. Um,
Mm.
just to drop some names, like inspirations from the East Coast would definitely been the Wu-Tang Clan, Digging in the Crates, Boot Camp Click,
Ooh.
basically everything from back in the 90s. Like if we want to go more underground, we could say Cellar Dwellers, you could
Ooh.
say Finster Bundy, stuff like that, know what I'm saying?
Yo,
And from
you
the
sound,
West, same
yeah.
from the West, would be like 90s stuff from San Francisco Bay Area, E40, Rappin' Forte, RBL Posse, Get Low Players, you know what I'm saying? And even with the South, gotta drop it like UGK, early 3-6 Mafia, all that stuff,
Mm.
No Limit stuff back then. So
Wow.
much stuff like the Houston stuff, the South Park Coalition stuff, like so much inspiration. It came
Man.
from all sides, and it's just me
Woo.
digging that stuff. Know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. Let me get a round of applause for you. Let me tell you. You name some people I haven't heard in years. When you said the cellar dwellers, listen, that's real hip hop right there, bro. That's real
Yeah,
hip hop.
man, bro. That's the
Cellar dwellers.
classic stuff right there. Realms and reality.
Yes, it really is, man. You just took me back. I love the cellar dwellers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. So, that being said, how is the music scene in Germany? Because
Um,
out here we knew it for the clubs, like the house music. We that's all we knew. We didn't. I didn't really know too much about hip hop in Germany. So, talk to me about that scene.
um, it was always a bit behind. Like back then in the 90s, it was always a few years behind. Like rap in German, German rap and German language rap was always like I would say a couple like 5, 6, 7 years behind. So like
Mm,
by the mid 90s, people were still sounding like some early 90s stuff from the US. Um, but by the late 90s, early 2000s, like the scene totally caught up. And until now, by now, it's basically the exact same as in the US. It's no copy,
yeah.
but it's the same. You got the backpack rappers, you got the trap stuff that's basically dominating the
Oh
charts.
yeah. Yes, it is.
Um, but it's basically totally the same, just in a different way,
No,
and not
listen.
as gangster as in the US because
Right.
Germany is per se not as gangster.
I know. Listen, it's all good because hip hop is universal. That's the
Of
one thing
course,
that a lot of people don't understand, that you're gonna love this music because it connects with all people. Period. Every
true that, true
so
that.
sprung to 2111 radio. That's why I said, you know what? I told MJ we need to get him on this show ASAP. So
Shout out to MJ, by the way.
huh?
Shout out to MJ, by the way.
Yeah,
She's
man, exactly.
great. She's hooking
Yeah.
up a lot of things.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that I heard, like I said, is refreshing because I miss scratches on records. And the essence of hip hop started with the DJ.
Of course.
And the MC actually was talking about the DJ. And now they done took the DJ out of the picture, but you brought him back. Man, listen, I don't know who that guy, who was the actual DJ for this song?
That's DJ C.S.P. That's my man from Hamburg. Major shout out to him. Like he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's dropped 2 solo albums in the last years, and whenever he jumps on the track, he kills it.
Yo, he destroyed that. I don't know, I used to be a DJ too, so when I heard it, I kind of got jealous. Like, wait a minute. I mean, I could do it, but I didn't think of it, so it's not me. So I'm sitting there going, well, damn, he destroyed that. Woo, yeah, definitely. Y'all gonna hear it. I'm gonna play the song, but so basically, what year did you actually start?
Just like rapping, I would say not necessarily recording tracks. Must have been something around 2002,
Okay.
2001, 2002, like ciphers, freestyling and stuff that you do.
Hmm.
Um, and then a couple years later, it evolved into really
Yeah,
sitting down, writing tracks, recording tracks, thinking
no
of
doubt.
concepts and stuff.
So now I do have a photo of one of your albums. Your pictures. This picture right here. Is that Killer Priest, bruh?
That's Killer Priest.
So,
That's the first single that I dropped in 2023. The first
wow,
single from this year was with Killer Priest.
that's crazy. For those who don't know, if y'all don't know who Killer Priest is, y'all don't need to be on my damn show. I'm not even going to tell you who Killer Priest is. But you know, for you to have that collab, how did that even come about?
um, long story short, like all my tracks are produced by Fallen Down, and Fallen already got that Wu-Tang connection
Yes,
because
he
he'd been
does.
producing for Inspector Dag and for Killer Army, a lot of stuff
Yeah.
there, a lot of solo tracks, basically for the whole Wu fam. But I've also like for 2 or 3 years I've been really working a lot with Freddy Krueger, just like politicking and talk. And he hooked me up like because I knew he was down with Killer Priest for like
Yeah.
20, 25 years, even longer. I don't know how long they know each other. Um, and through him, that connection was made easy, like because I just approached Dreddy and Dreddy hooked that up. Because to me, like Killer Priest is one of my childhood heroes. Because I
Oh,
still know to this day, when I copped his first album, I was still in
wow.
school back then, and I just know when I copped that Heavy Mental album. So
Ooh,
it's
okay.
really an honor to have him on the track there.
I can only imagine, you know, I never could rap, but imagine just being somewhere and recording a song with somebody that you idolize. That had to
Yeah.
been like a trip for you, bro.
Totally, totally. But basically, that's like with most of my features, with most of my guests, like most of the guys that I have on tracks, I'm listening to their music for 20 plus years or something. So I'm
Mm,
always like trying to be as humble as possible because it's just like any of these guys is like a hero to me.
yeah, definitely. And you know, I've heard that song. That song is hot, by the way. You definitely
Appreciate
got
that.
bars. You definitely got bars. You
Thanks,
definitely
fam.
like that. You really good. You know exactly what you're saying, and the content and your your how can I say your cadence works for every track that you play. I'm a real hip hop head, so when I talk about cadences, they have to match the track. If it doesn't match the track, it doesn't work.
Got you.
And
Got you.
every song that I've heard from you, I see that your cadence works for every track that you play, yet you work on. So it's another song that came out. Now this nighttime. Now,
Nighttime. That was my first real album. That was
yeah,
like my first real album. Let me guess, 2012.
yeah,
2012. And this is when I was really starting to try to take it serious.
right.
Because we had some guests on there. I think I had Reef the Lost Cause from Army
Yes,
of the
you did.
Pharaohs on there.
You did. Yeah.
I had Beretta 9 from Killer Army on there.
Oh, I didn't know
Um,
that.
I
Oh,
had,
okay.
I had
Damn.
Armageddon from Terror Squad on there.
What?
Rascal from Kelly Agents. So that
Mm,
was like my first step, and we shot a couple videos for that album too. So
okay.
that was really
Mm.
nice.
You know, how do it feel to get something done like that? Because again, this is not an easy process. It's not.
Uh,
This
uh,
it's not an easy process. But for you, being a young man and loving hip hop like you do, to actually start making music with people that you
yeah,
idolize, I'm telling you, that has to be a trip. And to have an album, your first album, that has to be mind tripping right there, bro.
definitely, definitely. I mean, the thing is, when you're an artist, you always try to top your own stuff anyway. So when I got an album done, my mind state is already into the next project, and I want to come harder, some even more sicker bars, better flows, harder
Mm-hmm.
beats. So a couple years later, when you review your own stuff, and sometimes I sit back and I was like, "Damn, was that
Yeah.
me? Was that me on the track?" So
Yeah.
looking back at it from now, when I look at that album, especially the singles and guest features and the productions and people that I worked with back then, um, totally glad that I did that, and I'm really proud of that. Really proud of that
Mm.
nighttime album.
And you should be, because again, like I said, this is not an easy process. And it's a difference between the 90s and now we getting into this millennium year. And it's like, now we
Yeah,
got this streaming thing going. You
yeah,
understand? And it's really hard for independent artists to get it because y'all not in the quote unquote machine, if you know what I'm talking about.
definitely,
So
definitely.
it's a lot more work to do because now you're doing everything. You're doing the marketing, you're doing the promotion, you're doing the distribution. You get your distribution. You bringing these songs out, no help. So you have to have. Do you have a team around you, or it's just you?
That's just me.
Oh my god.
I got my engineer, of course, Kastar, who is
Okay.
recording all of my stuff and mixing all of my stuff. And I got my producer Fallen Down, of course, like because for like 2.5 years, it's just been me on Fallen Down beats, and we've been recording and recording and recording. But
Listen.
other than that, one man army.
The one man. There you go. One man army. So I have this other song that I wanted to talk to you about. It's this right here. These album covers is dope, by the way. Who designed these? You?
Thank you. Um, I work with different people. Like the one with Killer Priest that you showed before. That is my actual graphic artist right now. He goes by the name of Key Visuals. Shout out to him. He's doing a lot of great stuff, and I love his stuff. This one was done by the homie Next.
Okay.
No, not Next. I'm sorry. Dex Design. Dex Design. A couple years ago, I think it was in 2013, 10 years ago. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I'm taking
And
it back.
that was me hooking up with the homie Apollo Treat. Apollo
Mm,
Treat is, I think, from the West Coast somewhere,
I
and
think
we've been
so.
hooking up on MySpace some time ago, and we just did a track and been talking, and then we just came up with the idea of doing an album together.
Mm,
And he had some connections, I had some connections, and so the guests came together,
yeah.
and really happy about the guests on that album too, because always been a fan of Matthew Ragazzino, way too underrated in my opinion, and I had Mayhem Loran on my top list for
Okay.
years,
No doubt.
and yeah, was another dope album.
Listen, and my thing is with you, you already halfway there because you made so many connections outside of the norm. A regular, like I said, somebody that's independent in this industry doesn't have as many connections that you already made. So it's just a matter of time when people really start to get to know who Knightstalker really is, because these artists that you're using, they definitely going back saying, listen, this guy, man, I'm telling you, he's dope. And I like the way you rap, like I said, because you bring it back to that boom bap era. And I like that because, again, we don't get enough of it. Like I was telling a friend the other day about, a lot of the concerts that's happening now, they got Rock the Bells. And it's nothing but old school hip hop up there. You don't see
Exactly.
all the industry people up there. You actually see these concerts is being sold out. And the reason they're being sold out is because the younger generation did something to hip hop that the older generation not really feeling. In a way, we accept it because it's the art. I
Gotcha.
get it. But
Amen.
when it comes to getting that real essence of hip hop, us as that generation, we are rushed to it. What's next? What Night Stalker got out next? Because at the end of the day, it's that real hip hop. So we definitely, want to salute you and give you roses today, because you being from Germany and still giving us that boom back, I didn't expect it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it
Appreciate
real.
it, fam.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
That
it.
that is definitely something that I cherish with you, because wow, you and your man and y'all brung it on this song. But I'm gonna actually play the song in a second. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play it right now. So we're gonna get in this song. If you want, you can introduce the song and who's on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Knightstalker. My name rings bells not only in Germany but worldwide with Recognize the Respect featuring Milano Constantine from the D.I.T.C camp and my man DJ C.S.P all the way from Germany, from Hamburg, and produced by my man Fallen Down, of course. Peep
Ooh.
it live
Let's
here
get.
on 2111 Radio.
That's what I'm talking about.
Straight from the soils of Berlin, Germany, I murder these beats. Courtesy of FD, birth in a surgical suite. My peeps ask for beef and I'm serving these streets. So I chop up MCs till I got burgundy sleeves. Ain't no off-season, stalking seasons, all seasons. Stomping cats beyond reason, I don't care if the score's even. In this game of rap, too many fucks got caught cheating. So I bust through the boss till the fucking song's bleeding. Too many fake kings with fake views and fake crowns. While I'm prevailing and break through with a straight sound. That say hello to the trade pound, elbow in your face sound, that lay down, shake down, yellow fucking tape sound. I'll break out into laughter and delight when these actors in the skies getting shattered in a fight. Height doesn't matter, I'm just better when I write clever lines every time that I step up to the mic. It's the night.
Knightstalker, follow the leader. I.B.C. Go. Oh my gosh. Take you on the ride through my city. I.B.C.
I came too far not to be respected.
Yeah. Henny on the rocks, Vlade Divots. I'm large to see the treetops spying on me and French baristas. Constantine King Tut, writing in hieroglyphics. Pyrotechnician, now on Cairo, Jeep downshifting. Find you with your crown missing. Jeweler the now glisten. Throwing canes, Cal Ripken. Witches, brewers, how I mix it. Jealousy of clouds of vision. Niggas lying wait. I'm in the lion's face, fur in the hood like a lion's mane. Crying sane, they snatch a few of our members. Niggas wild, hit you with hooks like Blue Owl Sender. Special ops tell them. Forensics won't find a prince, Russ and Davo on the wrist, training for the apocalypse. I shredded the documents, infrared the binoculars. Pentagon, they be plotting shit, cops let off the rocket quick. Floppy disk with X-Files, named your Angel Skelly. I painted deli, Martinelli's out your favorite deli.
Malone Constantino, follow the leader. New York, go. Oh my God. Malone Constantino.
Damn. Come on, stop playing, bro. What? If he didn't bring it back to the essence, I don't know who did. That sounded like some 2023 hip hop that we heard from back in the days. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I love it. I love that. That song is hot. Wow.
Thanks, fam.
So
Thanks,
talk
fam.
to me about this whole collaboration. How did this come about?
Well, first of all, thank you because you just said what exactly I want to do. I want to make 2023 hip hop music. Like, I don't want to sound like some 90s stuff or whatever. I just want to have that boom bap sound, but have it as my sound, content wise, soundscape wise. So thanks a lot, fam. Well, I did like 2 more deeper tracks before. The one with Killer Priest, and the second single for this year was with Timbo King from Roy Fam. And I wanted to do something just to have fun with it, just on some bragging and boasting type of stuff. And so I came up with that recognize the respect idea. And I wanted to do something with C.S.P for a long time because we got a mutual friend, my man DJ Heiko. And so we just connected through him. And then I always wanted to do something with somebody from the D.I.T.C camp. And I did work with a lot of people out the Wu camp, but never with somebody from the D.I.T.C camp.
Right.
And I always liked Milano stuff. Like when I first heard him, I always been digging his flow and his swag, his attitude. So I just contacted him, and he was like straight with it. He heard the track and was like, "Yeah, let me jump on it." And here we go. And I think it came out incredible because like C.S.P really connected to both of us through his cuts and everything, and loved the track.
We love that song, man. I'm telling you, when I heard it, I was like, what the hell just happened? What did MJ just give me? And again, like I said, you brought it back to the essence, and I can respect that. You understand? You didn't try. You didn't try no tricks. You just gave it what you wanted to give. You wanted us to feel that, and that's exactly what I felt. So congratulations on that content, that song, the writing process, the cadence. Like I always talk about, the cadence was perfect, and you have the little accent makes it even better. I'm sorry, it makes it
Thanks,
better.
It's all good.
First line, what was that first line you just said on that song?
Straight from the source of Berlin, Germany, I murder these beats.
Listen, at the end of the day, when I heard that, I was like, wait a minute. So I hit MJ up. I say, yo, is he really from Germany? She said, yeah. Yeah. So I did my research and I'm like, oh, shit. So yeah, it's definitely something that we want as far as in having people like you on our show, because you're from a different country. So right now, you're the first person from Germany to be on 2111 radio. And, you know, we've had people from Zimbabwe and UK, but you kind of standing out. I'm going to tell you right now, you're standing out.
Appreciate it, fam.
Some people in here say you look like Mac Miller in here, by the way. Yeah, they say
him.
Yeah, exactly. He ain't him because he's alive. Anyway, so we wanted to really expose these America to your music. So 2111 Radio, you have been in heavy rotation for the last 3 months with us, and we'll continue because you actually came in 21st. You just missed the top 20 list this week. You just missed it by one vote. So you never know. You probably hit the top 20 because we do a top 20 list every 13th of the month, and it just came out yesterday, and you was at 21. So for you to be
at
there
21 at 2111 radio, so that still makes sense, right?
I didn't even think of that. Wow, check that out. You 21 on 2111 radio. I like that. That's what's up. So yeah, I want you to name. I would like to do this. I always do this with a lot of artists. I don't want you to name your favorite artists. I want you to name your favorite cadences from the artists.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. Let me go with different people.
Okay, go for it.
The best cadence and basically breath control on the track, in my opinion, like when it even comes to more basic stuff rapping, I would go with D.I.T.C and C.S.P.
Okay.
Because I think you could put both of them on any type of beat, and they would just flow there smoothly straight on it. Like,
yeah.
Think about that. Then, let me do something. Of course, Busta Rhymes. You can't front on Busta Rhymes. No way.
The legend. Living legend.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. No doubt about that. Legend. Yeah. And I think there's still nobody fucking with him when it comes to the flows. Like, he could massacre it. He kills everything, especially when he comes live with Split Shot together.
Ooh, Lord.
Like,
yeah,
that's tough. So Busta Rhymes, there are a lot of technically extremely well crafted rap. Like, for example, R.A. the Rugged Man. You got Tech Nine, Coogee rap. Since back in the 80s, like Coogee rap has been killing it.
Check him out. Don't talk about some damn Coogee rap. Let's see. That's what I'm talking about. Hip hop is international, bro.
It is.
This man is talking from Germany. He just said fucking Coogee rap. That's what I'm talking. I love these conversations because you telling me about somebody that was back in my day. You understand? So for you to say Coogee rap and the cellar dwellers, like, come on. Nobody talks about the cellar dwellers out here, bro. I said that name
to a shame, bro. It's a shame.
It's a shame that they have to deal with that because I talk about the cellar dwellers one day and these guys was like, who? I was like, the cellar dwellers. What are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know who the cellar dwellers are? They need to do their homework. Like I said, it's definite. They have hip hop schools out here now. They have hip hop.
Exactly.
They have hip hop, what they call them, libraries where you can go there and you really learn the history of hip hop. Because for you not to know who the cellar dwellers is, unbelievable. So
I mean, it has to be about the diversity. I mean, like, you can't just listen to Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem all day and that's it. Like, they're great artists, dope. But I mean, there's so much more. There's so much more.
Yes, and my favorite. I'm gonna tell you something. I never said this. One of my favorite groups is Das Effects.
Yeah.
Now they
Das,
broke
baby.
that. Das Effects, they catered for what they did. I've never heard nothing like that in my life. So that's the type of hip hop I like because it's rugged, it's raw. You understand? They supposedly came from Brooklyn, but they actually was not from Brooklyn. They was actually from
I think
Jersey.
one of them was from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah,
One of them was from Brooklyn, and the other one was from Teaneck, Jersey, I guess.
Teaneck, Jersey, yeah. But they kind of they came in the game and they just left too fast to me because I love the way they made their music, the way they flow. That flow, I've never heard nothing like that in my life, and that
was crazy,
unbelievable. So, I wanted to get to you about being in Germany, and like I said, the culture out there is completely different from out here. Even though what you were saying is the same, but living there is one thing. You understand? Us visitors, 9 times out of 10, we could go to Germany and go on one side of Germany. Like you could come to America and you could go on a side of America that's horrible. I'm gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah, of course.
You understand? If you don't have somebody explaining where to go and how to go, you can really get into some shit. So what part of Germany would you not require for me to go to if I would take a trip to Germany?
I would say it's basically compared to the US, you got beautiful places everywhere. I mean, you got beautiful places in LA, and you got like places in LA where you shouldn't go after 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Same with New York. Like, I mean,
yes, I'm from New York.
We got the Times Square and everything is fine and shiny all day. But if you go around the wrong corner at the wrong time in the middle of the night, it's not that shiny anymore.
It's not that shiny anymore.
And same over here. You know what I'm saying? In Berlin, you got a lot of safe places where it's all fine. Even by night, you could walk around. But then there are places with the 30-story buildings and the suburbs and stuff like that where it's not that nice to be alone out there if you don't know the right people or whatever. So it depends. Like there are no-go areas in Germany or something like that. But most major cities have their spots where you should know your way better.
Oh yeah, definitely. And have you ever been to the States?
Yeah. Been to New York a couple times. Been to Miami, but most of the times when I go there, it's New York. Been to Chicago, been to Boston, but mostly New York.
Has been making some rounds. Okay, that's what I'm talking about because in this game, if you're in Germany, but us, we need to see Knightstalker.
Gotcha.
Now, where did Knightstalker come from? I wanted to ask you this. The name Knightstalker. The way you say it is fucking ridiculous. I love it. But so tell me about that actual name. How did you come about with that?
Well, it basically came from just fucking around with my homeboy. When I just started rapping, and like you need a name, and I always liked the Wu-Tang names that you had, like Ghostface Killer, Master Killer, Killer Priest, and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, Stalker sounds cool, but there needs to be some more. Like Stalker alone is like, and then there was like this rapper from Berlin. His name was Boogie Night from a Berlin rap crew who spit in English too, Harlequins, Kinsman Click.
Oh, okay.
And I just liked the night, and I was like, oh, Knightstalker. Combination sounds nice, especially with the night in front. And I was like, okay, you could make it sound like you're battling people, you're stalking people, but in a way with honor, with pride, like a knight. So and that's what it came about because it fits with the stuff that I do lyrically, like with the battle attitude, but more with the political side of things that I spit about. So, still happy with that name.
Yeah,
how it came about.
I like it. I think me personally, when I hear Knightstalker, I just see darkness in a way. You understand? And I think if you made like an all black type of album, like just pitch black, and those eyes just looking, I think that'd be the dopest fucking album I've ever seen. That'd be dope. And call it Knightstalker. Like that'd be to me. I think that name could make a lot of t-shirts. A lot of merch. Do you have merch?
I did have a couple of t-shirts, still got some left, but need to do some updates with new stuff. But we plan on doing some nice stuff when we drop the album.
Oh, okay. And when is the album dropping? Or do you have
Like me and Fallen, we aim for like a winter release, so I would say something about January, February, because like the sound will be a bit more darker. It's not a summer album, so we need to
smart man?
drop it when it's cold out there.
Yeah, it is. See, that's what I'm talking about. I wish it was cold out here. It is hot as hell in Florida.
Same
Oh my
here,
goodness,
same here.
it's ridiculous. So how did you meet MJ? How did that happen? Because again,
Man,
MJ be everywhere. I get it. How did that happen? Yeah.
I was just sending around my promo stuff like I always did back then. I'm just writing my own stuff, sending around the covers and text and snippet stuffs. And MJ did a write up for one of the pages that she's working for, and it was
Yeah.
like the bomb. I never seen anybody write something about my record way better than I would interpret it. Like
Wow.
she described it way better than I would describe it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, I need to holler at her.
Yeah.
See if she does more. Then I checked her resume and was like, oh
Yeah.
wow, she
Yeah.
really putting in some work.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm like, yeah, and I'm so happy working with her. It's like really been a hell of an experience. So
Yeah.
thankful, so glad.
Yeah, she's a dope publicist. I'm not even gonna lie. She's one of the best PR people I've had the pleasure to
Hands
work.
down.
So and she's been in the game for a while. Like, oh my goodness. 4-time award winner, by the way. So shout out to MJ. So if you had this is another question. If you had a chance to work with one artist, one hip hop artist, who would that hip hop artist be right now?
Well, let me come up with somebody that's so far out of range that I can that it's absolutely unrealistic. Um, Cameron,
Who?
Cameron, Killer Cam.
Yo.
Because he's out of my range. I mean, like I don't know what Cam would charge. I think 50K or something like that for a verse.
Yo.
I don't know, but Cameron, to me, absolute legend.
Wow. Let me give you a round of applause on that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. The reason why I gave you that round of applause, you're the first artist to come on my show to mention Cameron. And it's sad. Yeah, it's sad because he's Killer Cam, but you know what's so funny? All his hits is crossovers.
Yeah.
And people not even realizing, and I always said to myself, if I ever got a chance to talk to him, that every hit that he's made was literally like a crossover track. It wasn't rugged, it wasn't raw, it was something that it was a party song every time. And Dipset is a great group, but the songs that they've made is more suited for the clubs. It's not suited for what they're trying to do, because unexpectedly what happens is when you make underground music, the underground feel it, but they don't really feel it because they know who you are and you're not about that life. In America, if you're really not about that life and we found out you're not about that life, that music is going to be irrelevant. That's just how it is out here. You can say it all you want, but they're not really going to get into it like that. But when Dipset make those crossover songs, they're 100% hits. And there's nothing nobody can say about Cameron. Very dope ass lyricist. I think that would actually work. And let me tell you, if I ever get a connection with Cameron, I'm a definitely tell him about my man Knightstalker. Trust me. Because it's really, something like that, maybe not being out your range. I'm telling you right now, like somebody like, for instance, if you could connect with somebody like Jadakiss don't charge that much. He really don't. If sometimes what I've heard, if he's feeling your flow and he's feeling the song, he's just gonna do it. So that's another person that's who a lot of that. When I first heard this song, your cadence kind of reminds me of Jadakiss because it's like you're right on top of the beat. You're right on it. It's like you wrote the song. You wrote the song for that particular beat, and it's like your cadence just flow perfectly. It just flowed. Just like you were saying about their cadence, how they could rap to anything, and it actually works. It actually works, and I think
thanks, fam.
You're gonna be making a lot of noise after today. I'm telling you, because I'm gonna definitely tell a lot of people about my man Knightstalker and his music. Definitely. So, what's next for Knightstalker?
Next up will be a couple more singles. To prep up the album, like me and Fallen, we're going to drop a couple more tracks, some with features. Like the next one will be a solo joint with my man DJ Heiko that I mentioned already on the cuts. So you can expect more cuts on the next track.
That's what I'm talking
with
about.
me going solo. The track will be a bit more. It will be about violence.
Okay.
Will be about basic violence. Will be about police violence, but like cop.
So the politically driven track.
Definitely.
I love those. I love those. And I want you to do me a favor when you get a chance. When that happens, I want you to send that to 2111 Radio. We'll put it in rotation.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
I literally like that. And hopefully the next time we're gonna try to give a concert out here for 2111 Radio. And I'm gonna try to bring as many as the artists that's on the radio station as possible. So you definitely have an open invitation if you ever come, back to America. And I definitely have you come in and perform at the show. No problem.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, definitely. So any shout outs before I let you go?
Just want to shout out the people that I work with closely, my man Castar, my man C.S.P, Fallen Down, of course, and Milano, because he really killed this joint too.
Yeah, y'all
and
all...
MJ, of course.
There you go. That's what I'm talking. I'm gonna use that feed. I'm gonna use that feed for how I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna put it in my YouTube short for that, because she really brought some definite dope artists to 2111 Radio. We all respect MJ. One of the dopest PRs that's out there.
That's what's up.
You're definitely in good hands, and I like to thank everybody for coming today. Yo, we was in Germany today, y'all. Look, my man is in Germany. Listen, international. I love this. What I would like to do, like I said, I want to extend the invitation for you to come back for that next single, so we can talk about the process or whatever. And you never know. You probably have some other stories for us, because really enjoyed this conversation.
Otherwise, we can just talk about hip hop, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. And you was, like I said, you were saying some names today that I haven't heard in so long. And I'm sitting there going, the Cellar Dwellers? Like, wait a minute, that was my group. I don't think people even know. A lot of people don't even know the Cellar Dwellers was my group, yo. Wow. Unbelievable. So now we do have Canada up in here. Jenny Creed, you in here. I see you. All right. So we got some people in here. Aquarius Waters been chirping in. You see the little comments at the bottom right there. And, we definitely have some people in here chirping and telling you how dope you are. So we definitely
appreciate that.
Yeah, we definitely got people up in here chirping you on, man, because this is a dope conversation, and I want to bring you back. Definitely bring you back for your next project. All right. So everybody, thank you so much. This was a dope interview, and I got to play my sponsors commercial, and we're going to be up out of here. But thanks again, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you, fam. Appreciate it a lot.
All right, brother. Peace. So yeah, man. So thanks everybody, and y'all have a good night. And yeah, we out. Let's go.
Zone 4. Campus the road, man. Smoke a Joe. You know how I go, man. We ain't them all. Hey, they go. Hey, oh look. Can I bring this in? Are we coming in here with this? Got my Cujo glasses on. In the club, we smoking strong. Cannot see nobody but these strippers dancing with no song. And they drink in front of me too strong. Ooh, we who made this shit? Open walk too drunk, my blunt too good for me to pat it. I'm feeling like this. Walk in the club, get caught up in the mix, or do make a stripper wanna come real quick. Please don't.
Don't you think your pet deserves a special treat without all those ingredients you can't pronounce? Your pet deserves the best source of ingredients. I agree. That's why Hound House Treats is established to give your pet the best all-natural handcrafted treats packed with flavor. Try our chicken, turkey, and our pink salmon jerky. These products are 100% natural and USDA certified. It's prepared without no added hormones or steroids, no growth-promoting antibiotics, no artificial ingredients, flavors, or preservatives. Grain-free. Don't cheat your dog nutrients. Treat your dog to a healthy snack at www.houndhousetreats.com.